What's up, ladies and gents? It's your boy Lou Streets, and now I'm back with another segment of LS Vision. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. As you see, we got the full frame camera going. So what that means is we're either doing a reaction, a tutorial, or in this case, something I want to keep featuring on the channel, an unboxing. So let's put that up in the top right corner. That we're having an LSV unboxing, and let's pick up some of the items that we have. Before we get started, I want you guys to please pardon my voice. It was recently hoarse a few days ago. I'm still fighting it off, but looking to put out some content. So of course, we gotta have a little bit of fun. But first item that I have here, I have my smart LED strip lights. Now I'm going to need some help putting these up. I have a friend who has an amazing setup as far as how they have their room colored, and I don't really want to have the lights on the camera, so we'll see how that goes. Being that my LSV has red and black in most of its color themes, I'm going to try to create a room with like a reddish mood, so we'll see how that pans out, but I'm looking forward to that. The next thing that we have here is a Joby tripod. I'm excited to use this. Hint, hint, you know exactly why. We're on the webcam right now, so obviously this is unboxed, but I finally get to use it. I've had it for a while. Looking forward to that. And then the next thing that came in, Camlink 4K. You guys know with pandemic prices, these things have been price gouged through the roof. I was on eBay and saw prices as much as like $250 or $300. Retail, this usually goes for $120. I was able to get it for roughly about $180. And so I'm really finally excited to have this in, because I've been looking for this for a while and it's been a hard find. So it's good to actually have one in my hand, in my home. And of course, if we have a Camlink 4K, then that means it is time to upgrade, baby. I got the Sony A5100. It's finally nice to have a real actual camera that I get to use. I have an adjustable lens that goes from 16mm to 50mm, and I'm also having a prime lens come in that I believe is 12mm. That should be here like next week, but I'm excited to have this. Now, what I'm going to do is go ahead and unbox, get it set up. Now, I'm not gonna front like I'm some type of camera enthusiast or like camera knowledgeable person. Pretty much what I decided to do was go with some of the recommendations from some of my favorite creators who have pleasing aesthetics. So we're gonna pretty much try to get this thing set up, making comparison with the webcam that I'm on right now. The lighting and stuff looks good on the current cam, but I'm really looking forward to see how things look when I use the DSLR. Outside of that, I don't think I'm gonna put up the LED lights just yet. We're gonna put a pause on that, but let's go ahead and get this set up and let's make a side-by-side comparison and then see the difference when we're done. Let's go ahead and get started. So granted, this is gonna look a little bit silly, but if you look at my hands, the main reason that I wanted to move over to DSLR was for this comparison right here. So take a look at my hands. You can see the motion blur is not that crystal clear. My hand looks a little blurry when I'm moving it. And then also, if you take a look at the carpet, you can also see that it's flickering. That's just the light changing on my webcam as it tries to autofocus. So let's get a comparison with the DSLR, because I think that this is gonna look way better with a wider shot, and it'll be able to capture the lighting a little bit better. Let's go ahead and switch on over. So even just in us doing a side-by-side comparison, look at my hands. Like when I'm moving them around, the motion blur is significantly better. The one thing I'm noticing is when I was putting on my hands on the webcam, it was almost like a blur. But when I do it on this DSLR, on my Sony A5100, you can see the space between my fingers. The autofocus is very instant. It doesn't even seem to go out when I put my hand closer to the lens. And then as far as having a wider shot, if you look in the background, you can see that blurriness. Like look at my doorknobs, they not that much in detail. If you look at the air conditioner, that's a little bit out of detail, and that's kind of what I wanted, kind of like that blurry shot. Now, I do plan on putting up some LED lighting to create a mood for this room and how I set it up. And one thing that I do notice is just looking at my ring light, I got my contrast settings set in a way where the back of the room is darker, and I don't mind that because it puts more focus on me, but I still gotta find a way that I wanna light the room with the mood. But as far as the shot, as far as me having my first DSLR, and granted, I'm not looking at the camera because I'm looking at the screen to see what you guys are seeing, so don't get it confused about why I'm not looking at the lens at the moment, but this looks amazing. I mean, it looks great. Like the room looks darker in comparison to the webcam, because of the webcam having like an auto white balance, so it would like try to compensate. But with this situation, like, I like the fact that the back of the room was darker. It puts more focus on me, especially with the blurred shot. So all I got to do now is set up my mood lighting. And I'm still learning about lighting myself. I'm no camera enthusiast or no photographer enthusiast or anything like that. So this is all new to me, but I'm really big on presentation. As you guys know, who are familiar with the channel, I try to present things as professionally as possible. And I just want to increase things and make this like more of an LSV production as far as how my content goes. So just having this upgrade of a camera, I'm very satisfied. I'm actually surprised how great it looks. It's amazing just what a camera does, what lighting does, and what a lens does in relation to a shot. So with that being said, man, I'm really happy. Look for me to upgrade and kind of change some things aesthetic wise as we go farther and farther into me using this equipment. But hey, I have my first DSLR. I'm super happy. You know, another thing, remember my other video I said gray shirts suck because of like sweat spots? It's so dark that this actually gets to hide it if I'm actually sweating, because I'm a little hot right now. But I'm pretty satisfied, man. I appreciate you guys for sticking around while I do this unboxing. It's just the fact that I want you guys to go on the journey of the channel with me. So whenever I get some new equipment, even if I could just throw it into the mix of the content, I'd rather show you guys me unboxing it and pulling it out and adding it to the channel so you can recognize what the difference is. So with that being said, we go ahead and conclude this video. If you guys did like it, please hit the like button for me. Of course, hit subscribe. I'm coming back with some Mortal Kombat 11 content soon. I am working on my next character. I know it's been a few days since I put something up, but look for something to be up soon. So until the next time, it is your boy Louis on the DSLR now. You can see a little bit of the sweat, but it's all good. Peace out. Yo, versus the fire.
You are nothing like Quailier. You flatter Scorpion.
That like mask remind me of like some medieval type stuff for some reason. I can't really remember why. It just does. It's something about the look.